crafty friends, this is Julie Tillman. Welcome to my channel. Today I am taking part in a video hop with my fellow Not Too Shabby design team members, and we are showcasing the fabulous December subscription products. I absolutely love creating for Valentine's Day. Both my hubby and my dad have birthdays within one day of each other. My dad is a Valentine baby, so it's always been a big celebration at my house. Anyways, I am so super excited about the products that I am using. The Paper Pad Club has two beautiful paper pads. The first one is Sweet Valentine, and it has like that vintage romance, shabby pinks and creams, and it is so beautiful. So many beautiful patterns. I love this so much. And then there are these beautiful plaids in pinks and whites and grays that match beautifully with the Sweet Valentine. There's also a add-on of ephemera. I just picked out a selection of these. There is a beautiful coffee cup. There's actually lots of coffee in this. Some darling different styles of balloons, a truck with a balloon, these beautiful, beautiful roses, some popcorn and shakes. I think there's cupcakes and all sorts of goodies, macarons, and a little jar of hearts, and there's some cute critters too. So this is a really lovely add-on. Then there is the beautiful Always and Forever Stamp of the Month. This is totally up my alley. If you saw my curated bundle for Black Friday, this is the same style as that. So, you know, it's totally me. I love these roses, and I colored them up with Copic markers in colors that coordinate with the papers. It has some beautiful sentiments. There is a coordinating die. And so those are the products that I am working with this month. All right, so off screen I have made this lovely Valentine card. I use the Sweet Valentine and the plaid papers. I love how they coordinate. I just ink them up the edges with Distress inks and then put them together. This is 3 by 5 1/4, and this is 1 1/4 by 5 or 5 1/2 is a full card front. Then I used a tag. I used one of the rose stamps to do a tone on tone on some craft cardstock, and then I put this, Our Love Story is My Favorite Sentiment. And I thought it went really well with one of the papers has this beautiful typewriter in it. So I kind of framed it in this primitive heart. It is from a Biggs die from many, many years ago, the primitive hearts, and I will never get rid of it. I just absolutely love that die set. I finished with some seam binding. So today we're going to make a very similar card. It's just kind of flopped the other way, and I'm going to use the Happy Valentine's sentiment, show you some of my coloring, and we will get right to it. So let's get started. So I have stamped the rose image from the Always and Forever stamp set onto Hammermill paper with alcohol safe black ink, and I'm just going in with my Copic marker. This is an R85 with my darkest tone, and I'm going to put in all the shadows first for my petals, going underneath where any of the petals are and kind of anywhere any of them touch each other to create those shadows. And then I'm going to blend that out with the mid-tone and light tones of pink. And then I'm going to come in with a zero blender and kind of soften those edges out. I do find it quite a bit challenging to keep the white space in my coloring. I've been working on it. I'm getting better, but I still do need the magic of that white gel pen accent at the end to really make the flowers come alive. But I'm so glad we have white gel pens. So I'm just gonna continue finishing this flower and move on to the other flower. Do you have the same problem with white space? Is this a common problem or is it just me? I don't know. I have a heavy hand, so I like color a lot. So just adding in those shadows as much as I can. And now I'm going to move on to the leaves. I'm going in with the G29 for my darkest color. And once again, just putting in the shadows where the leaves meet at the tips and any place I think that it would be just a little bit darker. And then I'm going to go in with my mid-tone, which is a YG17, and kind of spread that out just a little bit. And then highlight over the whole thing with my YG23. And I'm kind of actually using that to blend out the colors, just to get it to really blend and not have any harsh lines. I'm going to repeat that process for the rest of the leaves, and the smallest leaves I'll probably just do the G29 and the YG23 because there's such a small space. As I mentioned previously, today's video is part of a fun hop, so there's a giveaway. To check out all the videos in the hop, click the link in the description box below or search for the hashtag N2S December 24. For more design team inspiration all month long, look for the hashtag N2SXOXO, and don't forget to enter the $25 gift code giveaway to the Not Too Shabby shop by clicking the link in the description box. If you're inspired by what you see from the designers today, please like, share, and subscribe to our channels if you haven't already. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. I am just finishing up with those white gel pen accents and then going over the lines that have been kind of obscured by the white gel pen. And then that's the other image I had colored, and I'll be using that on that second card. Now I am going in with Vintage Photo and doing my absolute favorite thing is just to like ink blend with browns on paper and make it look aged. That's just something I've always loved. So I just go in, I pounce off a little bit, and I make sure that I get a good most of the way into the cardstock of the brush. Most of the brush is on the way on the first pass, and then when I change to that second gathered twigs, I actually kind of lift my brush up and angle it a little bit so there's just a little bit. So you get that difference in shading, and that's how you get that nice aged look. And I did that to my panels, and now I am just going to adhere those together with an adhesive, double-sided adhesive. That panel is a 3.5, no, a 3-inch by 5.5-inch panel and a 1 1/4 by 5.5-inch panel. So it fills an A2 card. Now I'm just going to take that rose image in a brown ink on craft cardstock and stamp it as a little background on this tag topper. And then I will once again go in with my Vintage Photo and gathered twigs to get that nice and aged. I have cut that tag from the Plaids for Valentine's, and I am just assembling the tag. I will put a little tag reinforcer heart there. I just love those little things. I think it's a cute little accent. And then I am going to pull out pretty soon a eyelet from way back when and put that in with my crocodile, which I just found those eyelets again, so I'm happy to be able to use them. And now I have chosen my sentiment is the Happy Valentine's Day from the Stamp of the Month, and I am just gonna place that in my MISTI, get it aligned up at the upper top of the tag right below the topper. I'm going to stamp that with some Acorn Versamark ink. And then I have off screen cut another couple of the die cuts for that flower image, and I have added some inking to the sides so that it all matches. And I did the same to the cut and colored roses so that there wouldn't be any like super white contrast between the papers and my stamped image. So I'm just threading some baker's twine through there, and I'm going to tie a little bow to add with a little bit of hot glue. I just recently got a new hot glue gun and I am absolutely loving it. It's a Surebonder mini. It's like cordless, but it has a cord for the base, so I don't have to remember to charge it other places because it plugs in. So I really love it, and it's just the right size for my crafting. So I have assembled that how I want it, and I'm going to just stick that down with liquid adhesive. And since that twine is a little bit thicker, I am going to pop this whole panel onto dimensional foam so that it's not leaving a bump underneath my image. So I'm just going to kind of frame around that part that has the twine. And now it is time to use my little score pal to line up the edges so that I get it right to the corners of the card base. And there you have the finished card. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I really enjoyed making these cards. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you on the next one.